Welcome back to the channel. So if you're new to the channel, basically I have about 130 some videos of just nonsense. I'm sitting on about 134 subs right now and about 25 hours. And do you think I care? No. I mention it because I don't care. I really don't. There's some people that have been in it for such a short amount of time. They have like 2 videos and like a truckload of subscribers. I don't get it. I don't, whatever. But the idea behind this channel is for me to understand what I'm doing so I can look back, because I think I'm getting dementia. I really do. So one of the things that I have jumped into is the hashtag 2020 Death Pile Challenge. And today we're going to open a box. But before I get started on this squeaky chair of mine, hit the like button. Well, maybe I do care. I could buy a new chair and some hinges for this door so I can stop banging my feet against it. Anyway, I found this in the trash. And this thing is pretty nice. It's pretty heavy. And this is where I have the printer, the laptop, the scale, and my collection of things, my hoarding. Now, here's what I have been thinking since I started this Death Pile Challenge, is that hoarding is something that you got to take very seriously. And the information that I'm about to share with you is just information off the internet, off of Google. I'm nowhere intelligent enough to even say that I'm certified to even talk about this in any way, shape, or form. I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be. So if you're listening to this, it's the internet. Get over it. So hoarding. The definition on Google says that it's someone that is a collector, a saver, an accumulator, a magpie, a squirrel. Okay, so you're a squirrel, a magpie. I have to be honest with you, I don't even know what a magpie is. I know what a pie is. I mean, my tummy tells me what a pie is. But that's something we have to look up. So basically, if you're in any one of those categories under the word hoarder, it's basically something that you will save or acquire now so that you think there's a value to it in the future. Okay. Passive income right here. Passive income. It's not as passive because it's very hard working, but it is an opportunity for someone to buy things and put them online for a higher value. Sometimes it doesn't work, and that discourages a lot of people when they see no gratification right away. It's the long run, folks. It really is. It's slow and steady wins the race. I mean, we've been instilled that into our heads as kids with the frickin' turtle and the rabbit. Okay. The other thing I was going over too is there's some things that go along with hoarding. There's 4 things I want to talk about. 4. Number 1, depression. Depression is a mental condition of sadness, lack of interest. Lack of interest, okay? But it can be broken if you really think about the mountain of money that is sitting behind me, sitting behind you in another room, in a facility that you have storage, that you're paying extra money to keep. You're in your garage, okay, where you can't even park a car. So these are things that you need to consider, that it can be wiped away. You got to go through it, get it online, donate it, move it to the next person, find some way of making money off of it. Now, the other thing is ADHD. That is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. That's basically another mental condition where it doesn't allow you to focus. So you will be in a depressed state of mind that you get ADHD and it doesn't allow you to focus, okay? The reason for the channel that I do is to allow me to look back to see how ridiculous things have been in my life for the last couple years, okay? I started this channel about 2 years ago. I'm not worried about subs. I'm not worried about the time watch. I really don't care, guys. If you like, dislike, if you comment, I do respond to my comments. I think it's important that people's opinions matter, and people's opinions matter, and they do. I'm just messing around, but going on and making this quick. The other 2, we have OCD which is basically you're caught up in an obsession, you're caught up in a compulsion, like feeling, and that's basically obsessive compulsive disorder. And this is not a medical condition. This is just a trait, I guess you would say, like washing your hands 27 times before you eat a cracker. That might be an issue. I don't do that. I don't have OCD. I used to have that thing that was on the, maybe that was OCD. That was probably OCPD that she had in that movie Misery. And that's the next thing we're going to talk about, where he moved like one of the statues and it was facing in the wrong direction. And she realized that. I used to do that for security reasons. Back in the day, in the service, one of the things I used to do earlier in my life was I would put things in a way that only I knew were a certain way. And if I knew they were disturbed, it's kind of a way of kind of getting an idea that something or someone has been near this area, and that's your area. You should not allow someone to intrude or invade your area. Anyway, 18 inches, faux. Anyway, OCPD, here we go. So this is a obsessive compulsive personality disorder. Woo. This is basically someone who has a stream of perfection within their life, and they really try to broaden that out and reach out and make it so that their external life on others is the same. So yeah, I might do that here in my house, only because I have kids, and daggone it, you need to pick up after yourself. It's simple, because if you don't do it, I have to do it, or my wife has to do it, and she does it all the time. So it's just a little trying sometimes and a little nerve-wracking to constantly be picking up after capable, eligible human beings, you know? It's like, you got 4 more years before you're out of the house. How you gonna make it, man? So, let's see, where we at? That's it. Yeah, so that was just, I was cleaning up and I was like, I'm a hoarder. And I was like, we got to figure out this thing and figure out where we're at. So I haven't been diagnosed. I just did it to myself. Took some notes here, and it's straight off of Google. I don't believe everything off the internet, but I do have to believe some of this stuff, because I do recall studying some of this stuff in some of the classes that I've taken in my past experiences, and there might be something here. But I don't think hoarding is such a bad thing. I really don't. I mean, there's certain levels of hoarding. And my bathroom is not filled with stuff yet. I can walk in my house, and I don't poo in my pants sometimes. But anyway, I mean, I don't know what the levels are. I think there's like 5 or something, and 5 is the severe. So there's help out there, and we all seen the channels, and we all know. But there's a reason why resellers have this problem. It's because they want to make money. They're entrepreneurs, all right? And if you compare the American culture to the Japanese culture, let's just pick on the Japanese, for instance. Okay, here's an example. As one of the gifts that I got this year, these were buttery cookies from Japan. The cookies are gone, obviously. The kids ate them up. But I saved this container because it's a metal lid with a metal cavity that has... a metal box that has space to put, receipts and money. And these are, just coins these are things I need to take to the bank. I need to put the receipts away. So this is like the first stage I do when I put, this would be the first stage. This is where all the change goes. And then I roll it and put it in there, and then it goes to the bank. But this is like a pile that I put on the desk, so I know that this box needs attention, and underneath it there's paperwork that needs to be attended to, and that's how I do it. Now, that box came from Japan. Now, in Japan, as an entrepreneur, if they were to fail in an endeavor such as this would probably be considered a failure to them, because they're not making money. And maybe they started a venture on Amazon or eBay and it didn't work out, and it would be a disgrace to them if they failed. In America, when we are like this, or if we have a failure on Amazon, if we get kicked off a platform or our business shuts down or whatever the case may be, we just dust off our shoulders, clean up our pants, and say, we'll do it again. And we don't look down upon them. They're like, go get him, Jimmy. So anyway, it's just a cultural thing. It really is. So let's go grab a box and see what we have. And the last box we did, we watched the video. Here, let's grab this. Okay, we'll grab that. That looks easy enough. And we're just grabbing the first one here. So, I always tell you guys, I remember these. Goodwill does these little bundle bags. Excuse me. These were, by the way, good coffee. I really love the flavor. I don't know what they use. I mean, here at the house, I use Folgers. I use, I use just about anything that's a good deal. But I like Colombian. I like the dark roast. This was the breakfast one, the Folgers. But I'm not sure what McDonald's uses. I'm going to look that up and maybe do a video on it. 4 sugars, 4 cream, baby. Out the door. So these were $2.99. And there's some vintage ones in here. I don't know if you see that one right there. But I really don't know who sews anymore. And when I took an assessment test out of high school, this was back in the late 80s, before I joined the service, the assessment test that I took said that I would make one hell of a seamstress. It didn't say it like that, but I scored very high. I could have been a seamstress. Seamstress? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, I do have a knack to sew. I have patience for it. Because it allows me to focus, and I like to sew. It's crazy. I don't know, but I do know that these things sell. Here's another one for $2.99, and I'm gonna lot these up obviously, and I don't think there's if there's some new ones in here, I'll individually sell them, but you're not gonna get much. But then again, I might keep it. I don't know yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with them. But I did set them aside, so my brain is telling me you should hold on to it, because I don't think we have a sewing kit. And as a prepper that I am for the end of days for the zombie apocalypse, I don't know. I mean, it might be kind of helpful to have like certain colors in an emergency kit with thread and needle. So we're going to set that aside for now. And see, that's how it's not good. So then I take it from this pile and I'm going to put it in another pile. I'll condense that. How about that? I'll compromise. I'll condense that, take what I need, lot up the rest, and put it online. All right, so here we go. What are these? Oh, yeah, I got these at the bargain market. I remember this. These are from Posh Home. They're like, I don't want to say a Snuggie, because you get inside of it for, I guess these would be for kids. This is a dragon. I paid $5.97 for it. I would say probably about $19. But I think I tried to look online on these, and on Amazon they were private labeled. So might have to hold off on that. Here's another one. So we're gonna research that today, and we're gonna put the dragons there. Okay, so yeah, this was from Goodwill. $3.99 for the little safety grips for the shower. Okay, still in the box. Yeah, these are still new, still bagged. So I'm thinking $40. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Those are going online today. Here's another one. This box has got, I'm going to set this down here for a minute. We're getting a little, this box is damaged. See, this is what, I couldn't put this on Amazon if I wanted to right here. And what I like to do too when I find products like this is look up that information, okay, and see if that individual distributor or whatever manufacturer says it's designed and engineered in the U.S. It's made in China, so it's a good chance you could get away with selling these on Amazon. But in a video I did a while ago back in the archives, it's very good of you to do your research. I believe in research. Research is good, even if it's vague. Try to look to see if there's a company that specializes in just this. If you're going to list this, take the time to look at your competitors, because those are where the IP claims are going to come from. If the company that makes these, if the company, and they're made in China, they're designed in the States, so that means they're private labeled. I'm assuming, because it says right here, it's designed and engineered in the U.S. by MHI Incorporated. So if you go on Amazon and you're looking these up, and there's MIH Safety Grip Swirl Incorporated on there, I wouldn't sell this product. I would stay away from it on Amazon, because you're going to get smacked and it's going to hurt. So you could go to local platforms and or eBay. Just, always take pictures of this. Always. I just do. Because sometimes you forget to put the UPC, and eBay alerts you and says, oh, you need other details. You get the picture right there. You don't have to look. You don't have to try to hunt this down. Let's see. Let's move this out of the way. So there's two of those. So I'm thinking these are I'm going to say $40 a piece. So there's 80. There's two of those, right? We got 1 and 2. So there's 80. And these were $5.97. I'm thinking these are going to be $20 a piece. So 80, 100, 120. Another Goodwill, $1.99. It's a Chevron Cars Peak Pickup. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that. That's a collector one for sure, yeah. See, this is probably not a good thing. I might have to put some weight on that and figure out how to weigh that down, because I don't know if a collector's going to want that. This was also made in China, copyrighted in 2000. So this thing is about 19 years old. So I'm thinking like $15. $15. Yeah. Let's see, what is this? Oh, this was used in a video with my daughter. We got to save this. She liked this. We got the Duck Dynasty bandana and beard. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to save that. That's one thing that she liked to wear. And she did a video with me. That was on the estate video. Oh, here's some foot ones of that MHI company. Yeah. So these go on the shower for women to shave. There's two of them. These were $1.99. And they're still in the package. So these are probably, if we're going to do 40 on those, we could probably do 15 to 20 on these. Huh. So let's say $30. So what was that? There's 80, 120. Excuse me, 120, 150, and what did we say? 15 on the truck. So $165 in one box. All right, these are going online today. Yes, and this is kind of something that I have to admit, this is where my OCPD comes in, because when I box these things, when I buy them, I try to put like items together, and I do like to buy in pairs and quantities, because one listing for multiple items is the way to go. I love that on Amazon and I love that on eBay. It just makes life so much easier, and you can just soak and set the listing for that particular item. So anyway, hey, I'm going to wrap this up. We're at 20 minutes already, so I apologize for being so lengthy. But hey, it's probably one of the lengthiest ones that I've had to do yet. So that was running through my head today, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I appreciate your time watching and taking your busy schedule and putting it on hold to look at this old, look at this, I'm getting gray hairs. This old decrepit hoarder from the 2020 Death Pile Challenge. And if you're considering doing online sales, I would highly recommend looking into it. I mean, you can start with zero money, guys. Really can. You just get on an account with Amazon or with eBay. You got to have a credit card. You don't have to pay anything with eBay until you sell something. You can get a store and you will have to pay a monthly fee, but wait until you get established for that. You can get started with a free account on Amazon. You don't have to pay. I think I pay like $39 a month, but I sell enough crap on there that it pays for itself. So they just take it out of the money at the end, every 2 weeks or whatever, or at the end of the month. So with eBay, it's the same thing. Now, I like Amazon in a way where the money is there and it's ready to go, but they are collecting interest on my money. I do like eBay's policy with PayPal, and I know that's changing soon to some other kind of company. I don't necessarily care for eBay, billing me at the end of the month. I wish they would take their money out as they went, like Amazon does, and that's it. So, like, subscribe. I don't care. I'll see you guys next time. The hustle's a grind. Thanks for watching.